we keep GPL3. About the maintenance, OpenERP said it will maintain their version for 4.5 years. This means that it's 3 major release plus the last minor release of the year. With Tryton, we got a little different maintenance version. We are for 2.5 years, which means it's 5 series. So it's more series than OpenERP, but we release more often. And this means globally that we take all the range of minor version. So when we released the 2.2 version 1 month ago, the 1.2 version was deprecated. And also we are in shorter terms, but I guess it's not an issue because we have migration, so it's more easy to follow the release than with OpenERP. That could take time to migrate. And for OpenERP, we will see because they never maintenance until now more than just 1 release. So it's still
the promise.
Yes.
More than the half of the release. More than the half of the release.
Yeah, of course. Yes. I know a time where when there was a release, the previous one was automatically deprecated. So the first replaced the last, and that's all. Everybody should migrate when the commit was done. So the release cycle, OpenERP said that they will release every 6 months. But according to the calendar, we are rating the 6.1 since September, and no news. So because they released the 6.0 in January, so we don't know why they didn't follow the calendar. For Tryton, every 6 months, and we follow it since the beginning. We can take a look at if you. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, you can test it, see it in the changelog. We try it every 6 months, so it's based on which months?
April and
April, October. So it can change a little bit. The day change. We try to make the release on Monday, like that. We have the week. If there is an issue with it, never release on Friday. So,
do we have plans to send cakes to OpenERP?
Yes.
Release cakes?
Yeah. Yes. There was a joke that we should try to send a cake to OpenERP. The Mozilla and Internet Explorer teams. But the issue is that we don't know when to buy the cake and to send. We could buy it on September and keep it until the release is ready, but we don't know how the cake will be at this time. The release policy for OpenERP, they said no new feature in minor release. Minor release is just like us. It's the third number, so you have the 2 first number of the release, it's the major number, and the last, the minor. But you need to update the database. So they make perhaps change in the database or in the XML file. We don't know exactly what, but they need to update. And in the past, there was issue with this kind of update. You can lose some configuration and stuff like that. But for a minor release, you still have to update. And for major release, there is no migration. Yes, for minor, they said it's migrate automatically. So they should make only change that can migrate automatically. And major, they can do what they want. They break stuff, or not, and there is no migration except if you pay the services. For Tryton, minor release, no API change. So if you write code for a specific version of Tryton, it will work for every minor release. No change in the XML file. That means you cannot update. You don't need to update your database. Updating your database is a large process. So we want that you update with minor release to get the fix quicker, but don't be afraid to do it by the need to update the database. Sometimes it can take time to update the database, and so on. So minor release, just put the code, and most of the time it's enough because we have the auto reload code, but or just restart the server and it's done. For major release, we can break the API, we can change the XML file, we allow us to do what we want to make the software better. But the only constraint is if you change something that needs to be migrated, so that change the database layer or something like that, you must provide a migration. So the migration is part of the development process. No development process without migration script. I think and right now it works. We have only one release where there was an update to be done manually because it was not possible to automatically do it. Because you need to take a choice. You get two possibilities and you need to choose one. So we cannot do it for the user. But it's explained in the changelog, I think, or in the README, I don't know. And it was 2 years ago, so I guess nobody was affected here. The packaging. OpenERP, we got one big archive with everything for the server and one archive for the client. They built a Windows exe for the client and the server, and they provide a .deb. I don't know if it works or not. I'm not a Debian guy, so I cannot test it, but we will know. Before I was doing the Gen 2 e-build of OpenERP, but I gave up because it was too difficult to make it correctly. And I give up even when I was at OpenERP. Tryton, we use Python packaging way. So each module is published on PyPy, I don't know how to say, Python package indexer. So you can install it with easy install or pip or what else, this kind of software. We provide a Windows executable for the client, not for the server. For me, it's not useful to get it for the server because if you need to customize Tryton to run it most of the time, and if we try to make an executable for the server on Windows, everything will be packed into one exe, and you cannot use another library that is not packaged. It's difficult to improve it or put a new modules in it. It's complicated, and better to set up a Python environment and run it from Windows.
NISO as a sort of Windows server.
Yes, NISO is more the exe we provide for NISO is more a POC, a proof of concept, that you can make a small app out of all the Tryton stuff that run. But I'm not sure that you can use it really to make your business. But you can build your own NISO exe with the modules you need and your own custom modules and get it working. But that's that's the idea. Also, the idea of NISO is to perhaps be able to get some kind of small client that run without the network, and later synchronize with the main database. It's an idea that is running since the beginning of NISO, but not yet finished. We got a macOS client also, but we are a little bit lagging with it because we have some issue with the hardware, and now Philippe Heller is working on it, and I think we will publish the missing version this month, something like that. And we are packaged in most of Unix, open source Unix. We have packaged in Debian, thanks to Matthias, and automatically to Ubuntu, and also to Red Hat. There is packages.
Oh.
Fedora?
Fedora.
Fedora?
Not Fedora.
Red Hat? Red Hat.
Not yet.
Also on OpenBSD. There is some package for Arch Linux, but they are
not up to date.
Yes, not updated, and so on. So if someone has other no packaging, OpenBSD, yes, soon.
Slackware also, no? Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So yeah, I'm proud we are on OpenBSD. That's a very big recognition. The code quality. For OpenERP, it doesn't seem to have a coding style. At least I didn't recognize it. They do code review, what they name code review, but if you look at it, it's working. A little bit so.
Maybe leur serveur est down.
Voilà. Okay. The code review seems to be more a workshop where people test OpenERP. So I don't see where is the code in this kind of event, but they name it code review. So. They used YAML for testing. It's a strange choice and language for testing, I guess. But so they have testing with YAML. For Tryton, the big rules is follow the PEP. It's a standard guide from for Python coding. We have just one exception to the PEP. It's about parentheses. For the PEP, you should align the starting of the parentheses. But we don't find it very useful because when you start parentheses very far from the beginning of the line, you have all the code blocked to a small part of the line. So for parentheses, we use double for space in the table.